this piece of news comes from Nintendo enthusiast as well. President Furukawa. There will be no new Nintendo hardware at E3. The article states, "No, you're not schizophrenic or losing your mind. Probably. You're right if you think a new conflicting report is coming out about new Nintendo hardware all the time. The Wall Street Journal and Bloomberg both say a new, cheaper version of the Nintendo Switch will release this year. However, Nintendo President Shantaro, I don't know how to pronounce that, Furukawa has said again per Reuters that Nintendo has no plans to announce a new console at E3. Furukawa added that Nintendo is of course always developing new technology internally, but that's the extent of his comments. Granted, it's always possible the company is just holding its cards close to the vest, or perhaps they are waiting to reveal the cheaper Switch model later in the summer. In any case, I'm really starting to understand that yank your chain metaphor, and I am the chain yanker every time I share one of these contradictory Nintendo hardware reports for you guys. So, sorry." So yeah, basically,
the wording is really interesting though, because he's not outright denying it. He's saying Nintendo has no plans to announce a new console at E3.
But what about a new iteration of the console?
True.
Very general.
Yeah, but like that's a very, I don't know, like a very meticulously worded statement, you know?
It's like Reggie.
Like purposely general.
There was an interview with Reggie a couple of months ago where he was like, "We're focused on the current Nintendo Switch right now." Mm-hmm. So like immediately in your head you're like, so there's going to be another one?
But he can't say that there is, right? That's the thing. So
it's like, hold on, Mr.
Yeah. But then you have like he specifically says no plans to announce at E3. So like that doesn't necessarily mean that there's not going to be a new thing. It just means that they have no plans. Plans can change. And Nintendo sure does like to do that. No plans to announce a new console at E3. And this is the same company that said we were only ever going to get one version of the 3DS, right? Yeah. So
Miyamoto
that didn't happen.
Said it was perfect. There's no reason to release a newer version of the 3DS. And then a month later, he's on stage and he's like, "Hey guys, it's the 3DS XL." And then the next year, you get the new 3DS and the new 3DS XL and the 2DS. And so when Nintendo told us there was only going to be one version of the 3DS, we ended up getting 5 more. So you can't always take these guys. And they're not going to announce it there anyway. Like, they're going to wait till they're on stage. They're not going to announce it during...
Yeah, that's the thing too. If they have plans to announce it, they're not going to be like, "By the way, we have plans to announce this super secret thing."
Yeah. They have a marketing team that they've paid like $1 million to figure out like the exact right moment to announce it.
Can you imagine though if he was like, "Yes, we're announcing it later this year," then that marketing team is like tearing their hair out. They're like, "No!"
And
why
when they
would you say this?
And
why you do this?
The last time they did actually confirm something huge was I want to say like they were asked about the new Mario game and something, and Miyamoto was just like, "Yeah, we're working on Super Mario Galaxy 3 and Pikmin 4," and those games just vanished, and that was like 4 years ago.
The developers like, he told them, delete files.
Yeah.
No, I think
Odyssey.
Mario. I firmly believe Mario Odyssey is Mario Galaxy 3. Like it started as Galaxy 3 and then just evolved into Mario Odyssey. Development went on, but Pikmin, still waiting.
Yeah.
Still waiting.
So do you guys like what? Do you see anything being announced this year at
Probably.
E3?
They always drop like a lot of stuff. They drop the E3 bombs. They've been doing really well the last few E3, right? Yeah. And like not just they have like their flagship thing, like there's Breath of the Wild and then Mario Odyssey and then Smash Bros. like what a great 3 years in a row to have that be the king of E3, and like they don't just have this great focus on one awesome thing, but then they have that, and then they also drop like a bomb, like just a wave of information on other stuff. Like if you go back and watch the direct from E3, like there was so much information on tons of games, including, and like half an hour spent on like Fire Emblem alone and all this crazy stuff, and but everyone was like, oh, Smash Bros, including us. So it's easy to overlook in hindsight because we're so excited for one thing, but like even if there's not like necessarily one big thing that might be coming, they're gonna have a lot of info drop. That's what I think. That's my words.
I remember a couple of years ago, whenever, maybe it was 3 years ago now, whenever they had kind of a letdown of an actual E3, because they didn't announce, there's only like a couple of things that people really wanted to see, which was like Breath of the Wild and something else.
Was it the Star Fox year?
I don't know.
They had a bunch of stuff and everyone was like, where's all this new stuff? And they're like, whoa, no, Star Fox?
This was like, they did something kind of like that. But then, like, as soon as it ended and the Nintendo Treehouse started, they're like, and here's your Metroid remake for the 3DS.
Oh, yeah.
And then everyone's like,
why didn't they just announce that?
Yeah, like, why did you not have this at your Nintendo Direct?
And it's such a good game, too. And they didn't put it in any of their E3 announcements. They just showed it during the Treehouse later.
And they even made a special console for it. There was a limited edition version for it.
It makes no sense.
And Amiibo. They had a limited edition console and Amiibo to go with it, and they still didn't announce it at their E3.
Two Amiibos.
Yeah, that would have been a huge
one and a squishy
thing.
Metroid.
Yeah.
The squishy.
Do you have the squishy Metroid?
I do. I've got some in box, and I've got a pair out. Hang on.
You have some in a box? Oh, he's getting it.
I want that much room behind my chair, so as far back as I can go.
That was fun. So there is a box set I kept of the double pack, but you got this nice Samus, who looks awesome, and
I thought that was Metroid.
Jesse. and you have the Metroid amiibo. Also looks great and is squishy.
Wow.
it's squishy.
Wait, so what is Metroid?
Metroid's the enemies.
Metroid. This is the Metroid.
Yeah.
It's alien. It's an alien.
Yeah. I knew her name was Samus, but
yeah.
I just like to joke with Daniel.
I would have believed Jesse if he said that. I'd been like, oh cool, the suit's called Metroid and she's
Jesse's trolling. That's the classic.
I don't know, I've never played. I would have totally gone out and been like, oh yes, I heard the suit.
No, the Metroid is the species of alien.
Okay.
Yeah, they're space jellyfish.
They are space jellyfish, and they will kill you by eating your brains or something. I don't know. They just suck your life force. That's what Nintendo's statement.
Love it.
Just put that here. Right here. There we go.
Life force vampires.
Yeah.
All right. I think we can go to the Q&A stuff, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I have a question.
Okay.
Good.
What is yank your chain? You said that in the article.
I've never heard that
phrase before.
You know, like you've never heard that phrase?
I've heard you're yanking on someone.
Yeah,
okay, I get that.
Yanking their chain. It
was the way
the tail for a spin.
It was the way in the article I didn't understand.
Pulling your leg?
Yeah, like pulling your leg.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I've never heard yank your chain.
Yeah, it sounds a little more.
It's unusual to read
R-rated.
in a professional article.
Yank sounds. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Q&A.
Yeah. So everyone in the chat, queue up your questions for us.
Queue up your cues, guys.
Yes.
And we'll A them.
All right.
We'll A them good.
They'll be so A'd. Send help. I need aid. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Retro in the chat says, I want a new Kid Icarus game. Oh, I tried to play Kid Icarus on the NES on my Switch. NES Kid Icarus. I came to a realization that it's kind of boring.
Super chat.
Oh. Ooh.
Wow.
You're in Woods.
Love you guys.
Ooh.
I don't have a question, just want to show my support. Thank you so much.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
What amazing people.
Is there flowers in her hair? I can't tell.
I think that's a filter.
I think it's a filter, yeah.
It's a Snapchat filter.
It matches the yellow of the chat box.
Looks great.
And the smiley face blend in, so like it just looks like eyes staring at you.
Eyes and mouth, eyes and mouth.
Oh no.
That's perfect.
That's great.
Yes, thank you so much. All right. So.
USM.
Hey everyone, it's me again, Elia Rose. I just wanted to say thank you so much for watching this video. And you know what? If you're a fan of videos like this, you should totally subscribe and give this video a like and comment below to let us know what type of videos you would like to see us create in the future. And if you would really like to support all of us here at the GameOverJesse channel, please consider purchasing a GameOverJesse t-shirt or becoming a Patreon at patreon.com/GameOverJesse, where you can receive many rewards, such as getting shoutouts, having any topic or theory that you select discussed on the podcast or made into its own video, having your question answered, joining on as a guest on the podcast, and playing with us during our Twitch live streams at twitch.tv/GameOverJesse, and much, much more.